here today to talk about these copper caps, which actually started out as purple caps, but now we're turning them all into copper. The story all started out really with the Goat Manor, which is my shop I have. Right now it's on Etsy. I'm actually turning it into a Shopify shop soon, so stay tuned for that. Maybe we could at least save a couple, you know, or save them all, I should say, but just save some from going in a landfill, you know, and making them into beads. And I was like, yeah, I'll just drill a hole through, that's easy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm making them into like copper beads, obviously, because literally at that time of us starting to electroform, I mean, we were collecting things to start doing this for the shop, you know, before, well, last year, you know, we're just collecting different pieces here and there to start doing it. And literally January 26th, we were taking her to a pediatrician appointment, and we're gonna, you know, bring her back to school because it was in the morning. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be it. I had my first bath set up to start experimenting. I had a couple little things painted up with graphite paint, and we were gonna start electroforming that day of like just really just, you know, doing it. And no, so plans changed. And that's, you know, had to be put on the back burner for a little bit. Just wanted to start doing a new medium. I wanted to start advancing, playing with new different things, and electroforming was something that I was very interested in. It's so fascinating, the whole process of how things are turned into copper. Electroforming is taking an object, and for instance, these plastic purple caps, and covering it with a graphite paint, I've made my own with India ink, and mixing it with graphite powder, which is kind of like a magnetic paint in a sense. But it's painting an object, this and plastic or organic also, which different, there's a whole other process to seal that. But it's taking that object and submerging it into a special solution that then draws copper to it using an electric current that we have hooked up to it. So it's really interesting. It's really just, it's cool to watch it to, you know, form and playing with different voltages. And, you know, so right now, yeah, we're playing with caps and some other fun things too that I'm going to be experimenting and putting them with the Goat Manor. That's electroforming. It's a whole wonderful, beautiful process, and so much more to it, but like I said, that's what it is in a gist, is copperizing things in a way. So the cap comes from Piper's medications. At one time, before she started taking pills, she had to take all the medications as syringes, as a liquid form. So I mean, there was 8 of them up to 3 times a day almost she was taking. It's kind of crazy. So then we just started collecting all these little beads. Well, we realized they actually looked like little beads when Matt was like, oh, you just put a hole through them, and really simple. I'm like, oh yeah, these totally look like little beads. So, you know, mine's working. I was like, oh, these are totally, you know, these would be a really good thing to just start electroforming with. So we started collecting them, and just, there's a lot of them we were collecting. And also a lot of thank yous, and a lot of just love and overwhelming support. And I was like, oh, that'd be super fun to just do maybe a little something, a little thank you. So these are Jasper Beads, which, I mean, that came in later. It was something I had a couple of already, strands of, and just looking up the meanings, of course, of Jasper, I was just like, oh, this is it. This is definitely meant to be. So, and the really nice little sparkle in there. That's Daddy out of there. To cap it up. So, to cap it up, this is how hair caps became copper. To cap it up.
Why this limited edition time?
For this limited edition.
Time off here, get this copper bracelet.
So to cap it up, this is just keep it up. We just started collecting all the beads we possibly can to reach all of you, and just to make these and make it a nice thank you. A little something just for all your overwhelming love and support that we appreciate so much. Thank you. Cut.